I move around in the bed quite a bit before finally awaking. For some reason, I just couldn't get comfortable during the night. I feel a desire to sleep in for a little longer. My recollections of the previous day's events come back to me slowly. As soon as I remember what Shuichi and I did, suffice to say, my face feels quite hot right now. Wait, where is he even? I look around for a bit, my eyes finally resting on my dresser, where I see him hunched over, looking at something. I see you finally. Ow, 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 ow. Shuichi turns around, shocked at my sudden crying out in pain. I tried to sit up and it came out of nowhere, sending a shiver up my spine and making the fur on my neck stand at attention. What's going on? Are you okay? I'm fine. Just. My ass hurts. How am I even supposed to tell him something like that? Just. Please don't look at me like that. Please don't look at me with those worried eyes. It's seriously hard to keep a secret when you look at me like that. It's nothing. I'm fine. Come on. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? Yes, but I promise it's nothing bad. I just rather not say. Rather not. Oh. Shuichi's cheeks started getting redder and his eyes darted away from me. I guess even he's embarrassed by it. So, I see you discovered Yamato's tank. Huh? Yamato's tank. You were looking at it just now. Oh, yeah. Shuichi turns back around, staring at the cute little fish tank I have on top of my dresser. Yamato, the emerald-colored goldfish, swims around inside, as carefree as can be. The day after Shuichi gave him to me, I went to a pet store and bought the most spacious tank I could fit in my room. It's got rocks and algae inside, and the back of the tank is even covered with a printed film that makes it look like there are even more plants behind the limits of the glass tank. Kind of like a real-life green screen effect. There certainly is a lot of green inside there. He looks pretty happy. How would you tell? He's a fish. Call it a hunch. Shuichi leans forward again, staring into the tank. I've got to admit, it does give me a pretty nice view of his backside. What with him wearing nothing but a pair of tight-fitting boxer briefs. He waves at Yamato, who continues to swim lazily by. If he notices Shuichi at all, he doesn't seem to show it. But then again, he is just a fish. Fish swim, that's about it. I mean, what else do you expect him to do? Wave? And this is the first time you've seen Yamato's tank, isn't it? Yeah. Even in the times when I came over, I haven't really come into your room since I gave him to you, so I guess it's to be expected. And last night I didn't even notice him with the lights out. This is a pretty nice little tank you got for him. Do you keep the filter connected to that little hose around the back? Yep. By the way, did Aki ever say anything about Yamato? You never told me his reaction. Aki helps me take care of him every now and again. He's really meticulous too. He printed a chronogram for feeding times and taped it to the side of the tank. Ha, I knew it. There's no way you'd have been careful enough to plan this out yourself. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Speaking of Aki, I messaged him last night to ask if everything was okay over at his friend's house, and he hasn't answered me yet. That makes sense. He was spending the night at a friend's house. I doubt he'd be checking his phone very much during it. I know, it just worries me. All Aki has to do is breathe, and you'll already be worrying about the quality of the oxygen. That's not true. Not that bad. Really? Need I remind you that on the day I gave you Yamato, you also freaked out about Aki having a date? He's too young to be dating. Face it, man. You're a bit of a paranoid obsessive control freak when it comes to your brother. What? No, I'm not. And also, you're in denial. I'm not that bad. Hey, it's not like it's all bad. It shows you care. Just loosen the strings a little bit. Easy for you to say. It's not you that has to worry about someone's well-being at almost every waking hour of the day when you're not together. Seriously? I have a teenage rebellious baby sister that lives apart from me. Point taken. I get out of the bed, wincing when I feel another sudden flash of pain emanating from my nether region. Are you sure you're okay? Yeah, I'll live. It just caught me by surprise earlier, that's all. Yeah, sorry. For what? I took things too fast. I only planned on giving you oral, but I got too carried away and was even rough on you. I crossed the line and I'm sorry. I take a deep breath. For some reason, having Shuichi freaking out in front of me calms me down immensely. And I probably shouldn't tell him that because it might upset him. No, you didn't. You're fine. But I pressured you into it. You wouldn't have agreed if I didn't. I walk up to him, wrapping my hand around his muzzle and forcing it shut. Shuichi eyes immediately go wide, and he pulls away from me. Hey, watch it. What do you think you're doing? Keeping you from running your mouth. There are nicer ways to go about that. You could have made me bite my tongue. Oh, yeah. Isn't that the same thing I did to Haruki last week? Oops. Look, I'll be honest. I was really nervous last night, and yeah, you pushing me is a big part of why I went with it. But that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad thing. At least I don't feel like it was. I don't feel disrespected or taken advantage of or anything really. In fact, now that it's happened, I feel a lot more comfortable around you because, hey, what else can we do that we haven't already? I guess that's a point. I mean, you're standing in front of me in just your underwear and I'm totally fine with it. Before I would feel uncomfortable even if you had a shirt on. Is that why you're okay with being naked in front of me? I look down at myself and remember that I didn't put any clothes on yet. Ah! Never mind, I spoke too soon. Just turn around while I put some clothes on. Where's my underwear? Wow, 2 whole minutes without freaking out. That's a new record, actually. 1 hour later. The kitchen is completely taken over by the smell of toasted bread. Once Shuichi and I both got dressed, we walked downstairs so we could have breakfast. Moving around is being a little harder than I expected right now. Every time I wince, Shuichi nearly lunges at me with worry. Which of course just means I've begun masking them so he won't keep doing that. I love the guy, but he fusses over every little thing and that's just beyond annoying. Platonically, of course. I think. So, I'm trying to think of something to talk about, but it's proving unexpectedly hard. Other than when he tries to jump to my aid, we've barely said 2 words to each other. Even small talk would be better than nothing right now. Yeah? Why is he being so jumpy? It's hard to be calm and relaxed around someone acting like a child awaiting punishment. Come on, Shuichi. I already said everything's fine. Stop looking so guilty. I can't help it. It's been an hour since I said things were fine. Why are you still freaking out? We are fine. Stop being so weird about it. You're making it really hard for me to act like it's not a big deal. I just think... I groaned, placing the plate with the 2 sandwiches I was preparing down on the counter with a loud clanking sound. Oh my god, you're so annoying sometimes. Forgive me if I have a conscience. Urge to strangle. Growing. Look, I'm only gonna say this one more time. You and I are fine. I don't need or want any apologies. I don't feel slighted or disrespected. We are fine. Now sit down, shut up, and eat. Yes, sir. He quickly does as I say, pulling a chair and grabbing one of the sandwiches from the plate. Shuichi's has toasted bread, cheese, egg, fried chicken katsu, and spicy pickled cabbage. I avoided placing the devil's shredded paper on mine, though. That stuff has a nasty taste and texture. Instead, I just took a few slices of ham and put it in its place. Shuichi munches on his food with a real bummed out look on his face. I know that look. It's the I want to say something but shouldn't face. It's amazing. Even when he's being completely silent, he somehow still finds a way to annoy me. Alright, fine. Out with it. Out with what? Oh, please. You're a terrible secret keeper. You look like a pissed off customer when he's about to leave a negative review on Yelp without saying anything to the staff. Where the hell are you getting these examples? From the internet, but that's not the point. Spill. I just feel bad about yesterday. But why? I already told you so many times that we are fine. Why do you insist on choosing to be annoyed? It's not about that. I mean, I dumped a lot of my issues on your plate last night. And in an effort to get things back on track, I became forceful. As soon as I finished, and after I woke up the first time, I started thinking more clearly. My mind was in a really bad place last time, and I wasn't thinking straight. Even before I got, horny. I was looking for a different word to say. No reason to. We have the actual word. Carry on. Look, I'm just... Even if you say you're fine with it, I'm not. I didn't want to go that far. I wanted our first time to be more special. I wanted to treat you right, to show you just how much you mean to me before we finally made love. Made love? Wow, I guess he's one of those guys. So is this what this is about? You think our first time was bad? Not bad. I never said that word. It was really good for me. I even got carried away during it because you were just so... I mean... Look, my point is, I built this up inside my head for so long and it wasn't what I expected. For one, in the scenario I pictured in my head, I didn't pressure you into it. Much less leave you crippled the morning after. First of all, I'm not crippled. Second of all, you're barely making any sense. Shuichi grumbles, looking away from me with a frown. How is it that the dude can get laid and come out of it even moodier than he was before? I mean, I'm the one who wound up with a sore ass, so why is he complaining? At least it's easy for me to keep a clear head when he's being so ridiculous. How can I put this? I'm so focused on trying to calm him down that I don't have the energy to freak out myself. Look, having expectations is all fine and good, but if you spend months or years planning something to be to the finest detail, chances are reality won't be able to measure up. That's just asking to be disappointed. I know. I just think you deserved more. Listen, big guy. I already told you I'm fine. Were things a little rushed there? Definitely. I can't disagree with that. But I don't regret anything. Well, maybe I regret not taking longer to stretch a little bit. Right. I got to spend the night with you. I am surprisingly relaxed about it, and I don't feel nearly as self-conscious as I thought I would. Besides, I'm so panicky that you probably wouldn't have been able to get me to do it without some amount of coercion. That just sounds dangerous. Hey, if I really didn't want it, I would have refused. Not that the thought didn't cross my mind at the time, but hey, he doesn't need to know that. And I'll die before I admit this to him, but last night I actually felt really good. I'm not sure if it was worth being in pain the day after, but with that stuff dealt with, are you good? I guess? Uh-oh. That wasn't a happy I guess. Talk to me. I already talked to you about it last night. You mean the thing about your dad? The very same. I thought you said you didn't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to, but I kind of feel like I have to. I've had a lot of pressure put on me by him my whole life. I know he's trying to push me into a career he thinks will be good for me, but I can't help but feel like it's not really me. I mean, sure, I'd probably be very good at a management job. I'm organized, good with computers, prompt, punctual. Those are all things he drilled into me over the years. He always said he wanted me to join some kind of company and make my way to the board of directors with time. Isn't that pretty much your dad's career path? Yep. He wants me to follow in his footsteps hardcore. And don't get me wrong, his plans are good. Most of what he says makes sense. I could have a really good, comfortable life if I just went with what he decided for me. I've told myself over the years that I was fine with it, but now that I've finally run out of time and have to give up volleyball like I promised I would, I feel so conflicted. I didn't think I loved it so much, you. It honestly scares me to realize just how hard in denial I was all these years. I don't want to give it up, no matter what he says. I mean, I always thought you were really in denial, but you constantly disagreed with me on that, so I eventually decided to keep my mouth shut. Sorry about that. I guess you really did know best. Aw, if he's gonna be acting so downcast about it, then I can't really gloat. Not that I would. No, I would never. Also, this is a lot of information to process first thing in the morning. I really want to give him my opinion on it, but I feel like this is the sort of thing where I should just be a good boyfriend and listen to his problems. I don't need to give him any advice unless he asks for it. Do you have any idea what you're going to do about it? I want to tell him that I want to continue. At least for the winter competition. You know, it's going to be just as hard to give it up then as it is now. I know that. Or at least I do on a rational level. I can't really know how I'm gonna actually feel when the time comes. So, you're really gonna do this? I think so. I'll leave it for after midterms. Maybe if I show him some really high grades, he'll feel charitable enough to let me. Hearing him say the words, "let me," really bothers me deep down. When I do you think you could be there with me? You know, for moral support. Of course. If this is what you really want, then I'll support you 100%. Thanks. I haven't officially quit the volleyball club yet, so I still have some time. Besides, it'd be a shame if I left now that the club has the best chance of winning it's had in years. You mean because of Haruki? Yeah, he's still being Haruki, but he's a lot more cooperative now. I think getting to actually be on court for the entire match during the finals really made something click inside his brain. He's been surprisingly well behaved. Or at least as well behaved as one would expect from him. If he'd been like that for longer, we probably could have won. As things stood, he didn't mesh well with the team yet due to a lack of familiarity. Man, he starts talking volleyball and it's like an immediate mood uplift. You were cowering just thinking of confronting your father 2 seconds ago, and now you're all smiles? How did you manage to go this long seriously believing you didn't care about the sport? You really are hopeless. Hopefully things work out well for you guys. Yeah. I really don't want to be the only senior retiring this early. Are the others all sticking with the club? Yep. For better or worse, our club only really has 2 types of players. The ones that don't care about their grades and admittance exams, and the ones that do well enough to not need to worry about it. And, well, then there's me. I really don't fall into either of those 2 camps. You fall into the camp of demonic drill sergeant. You're looking at me funny. I am? No, I'm pretty sure I'm looking at you pretty normally. Sure, if you say so. By the way, what are your plans for today? Should we go out, stay in? Oh, maybe we could go to the arcade? Those are all wonderful ideas, but, I actually will go home in like an hour or so. What? Why? This is the weekend before midterms. Dad didn't even want me to come here in the first place, let alone spend the night. Besides, I already goofed off for all of Saturday. I really need to study. Study? That's your great idea on how to spend a Sunday? Yes. Some of us still need to focus on their studies to get good grades. All this just to placate your father? Did you even listen to the stuff I just said to you? I need good grades to have any chances of being allowed to stay on the team. I heard. Doesn't mean I like it. Sorry, you. I'd like nothing more than to spend my whole day with you, but we both know that's not feasible. But hey, maybe Aki will have gotten home by the time I leave. Then he can keep you company. Sure. My little brother is a perfect substitute for my boyfriend. He and I can have so much fun together the same way that you and I could. The same way that I could with you. I know you're being sarcastic, but ugh. Don't throw a tantrum just because you're not getting your way. What? A tantrum? I don't throw tantrums. Most of the time. You're pouting. I'm not pouting. You're pouting. Maybe I should just go home right now. No, I was just kidding. Uh-huh. So you'll stay for another hour, right? What can we do with this 1 hour? There isn't really much to be done. I could help you organize the house, check if the storm last night caused any damages. Do all your ideas have to be so boring? Yes, it comes with the territory. Shuichi leans forward and plants a kiss on my nose. Besides, we already had a lot of fun yesterday. I feel my cheeks going red and look away, pretending to cough. You're so cute. Shut up. Come on, this won't take long. You just have to check if the power surge yesterday didn't fry any electronics before he pulled them out of the plug. Do we really have to do this now? Sure. That way we can just relax for a bit before I have to leave. I'm idly browsing the internet on my phone, feeling too lazy to get off the couch. Shuichi left almost 2 hours ago, and I've barely done anything since then. I need to start preparing lunch at some point, but... I don't really feel like it now. I turn around to the sound of the door being unlocked and opened. A few seconds later, Aki shows up. Morning! Where's Shuichi-ni? He drops the messenger bag he took to his friend's house by the side of the sofa and sits next to me. He left a while ago. Said he had to go study for midterms. Oh, yeah. Yours are tomorrow, aren't they? You should probably study too. I don't need to hear that from you too. Whatever you say. Was everything okay over here? I heard some areas of town lost power last night. Your friend's house didn't? No. Although a tree fell right in front of his house. Nearly missed the gate. Ended up blocking us in until it was cleared away. What? It's alright. His house was way further back from the gate wall, so it didn't even come close to it. Well, it did narrowly miss the power cables though. You're not going on sleepovers again. Uh-huh. Sure. I'm being serious here. You're being dramatic. The little twerp rolls his eyes, getting up and walking to the kitchen. I follow him around, giving him a real stink eye the whole time. He used to get shape up right away when he was younger whenever I did this, but nowadays it's like he doesn't even care. You keep doing that and your face will get stuck that way. I hate teenage years. What about you? How was your night? It was like you said. The power went out. Up until then, we had been watching movies and chatting. Did you see anything good? You're trying to change the subject. Look, you're not going to keep me from having a social life just because you're a worrywart. I'll take this up to Mom if I have to. A tree fell. It blocked you in. How are you not more freaked out over this? Because it was a tree falling during a storm. It's hardly that rare, and it's not like we have any control over it. Besides, we have trees planted right inside the house's outer gates. For all we know, we're at a higher risk of having a tree fall in our house than they are. Hell, you have 2 trees growing right outside your window. Are we going to install a moratorium on trees now? What? What? A moratorium? Since when do we even know that word? And did he even use it right? I have no idea. Look, you're worried about me. I get it. It's kind of cute and all, but you don't have to go all psycho because of it. It's cute? Are you seriously talking down to me right now? Aki grabs a water bottle from the fridge, taking a sip of water, giving me a couple pats on the side of my arm, and walking back to the living room. Good talk. Can't believe I'm getting completely dismissed here. I'm losing an argument to a child. Stop trying to walk away from me. Stop trying to make up crazy rules. Aki, I'm just trying to look out for you. I don't need you to look out for me. I'm a grown-up. I can look out for myself. You're 12. My point exactly. Am I having an aneurysm? Is this what an aneurysm feels like? Aki. Look, I appreciate you worrying about me, and I swear if you try to instill rules that actually make sense, I'll do my best to follow them. But you're being way too crazy. How am I being crazy? You spent the night out on a sleepover, a tree fell in your general vicinity, and as a result, I'm banning sleepovers forever. What about this is crazy? Should I just go to my room? You know, the place where things make sense and you're not allowed inside? Pfft, good luck keeping me from going inside. I installed a lock on my door. You installed a lock on your door? You do know repeating what I say in that weird, huffy tone isn't gonna make it any less true, right? Since when did you install a lock on your door? Last month. And before you go apeshit over it, Mom signed off on it. Apeshit? Where'd he even learn to talk like that? Oh god, is my little brother turning into a delinquent? What? No way, Mom would never agree to that. Of course she would. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a lock on your door. That is beside the point. Sure it is. Okay, fine. I'll let it slide this time, but you're on thin ice. Whatever helps you sleep at night. I'm going up to my room. Call me if you need help making lunch. Aki tries to slip away from me, but I grab his arm before he can do so. Wait! No, you're being really annoying right now. Alright, fine, I'll drop it. Really? Yes, I was being unreasonable. You being unreasonable? Shocking. Hey, I'm trying to meet you in the middle here. Don't be a twat. And what brought this sudden change of heart? It's really unlike you. Shuichi grilled me over it earlier this morning when I mentioned being worried about you. I said I'm too much of an anxious mess when it comes to your safety. He's not wrong. Still, I'm sorry you had to hear that. You could try saying that without a smile on your face. Sorry, I'm trying. This is the best I can do. I guess Shuichi has to be the voice of reason even when he's not here. I'll have to thank him later. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Immensely. The little bastard's laughing at me now. I wish I believed in physical punishments. I wish I got home earlier. I need to hang out with Shuichi more. It's sad that you want to spend more time with him than you do with me. You said that, not me. Aw, don't get upset. I still love you. I'm not upset. And I love you too. Anyway, I'm hungry. Do you need any help preparing lunch? From you? You can't even cook. Hey, I can be useful in other ways. Alright. Feel free to tell me when you discover one of them. Aren't you funny all of a sudden? You give me a hard time, I give you a hard time. It's how we keep our relationship equal. You already were giving me a hard time just now. Denied. I take it back. I think I hate you. Slightly shorter, but I think that's good enough. For an episode. 30-ish minutes. Yeah. That's in the range. As always. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!